How's it going, everybody? My name is Kuzo Games, and today we are here on a little more, low energy note because we are talking about the recent tensions in the Pokemon community and, well, some of the actions taken by the Pokemon Company and or Nintendo. So if you're here for that, you're down for that, remember to like, comment, subscribe even. It don't cost you nothing. To show the channel some love. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, the most recent thing that is occurred that is probably on everybody's minds is Relic Castle has recently been hit. Now, recently Relic Castle got hit with a DMCA takedown notice from a third party that everybody has, well, kind of rationalized, was sent by the Pokemon community. And here it reads, Dear Pokemon fan game community, it's with heavy heart that I announce that the Relic Castle website has been taken down following a DMCA takedown notice. Relic Castle has always been a non-profit, ad-free, tight-knit community. We pride ourselves in what we have achieved. Members have felt at home, made friends, and even careers with us. It is with deep regret that I have to inform you that the forum part of this community, which was to turn 10 years old this year, has had to come to an end. With over 20,000 members and 65,000 posts, Relic Castle is a home to many of us. The Discord server is not going anywhere, and the site is still visible as an archive using the Wayback Machine. Thank you all for being with us this last decade, and thank you for making Relic Castle as awesome and life-changing as it has been for some of us. And there they have their sincere departures. And like they said, Relic Castle has been around for as long as I can remember, honestly. Like, I myself, I haven't been super active in Relic Castle. I'm not going to pretend to have made, huge contributions or try to wrestle that this is, deeply affected me or my channel. Because, again, honestly, I wasn't, super deep in Relic Castle, but I was aware of it. I was there for it. I knew of it. I heard of it. I knew that's where a lot of people kind of, hung out and, shared passion projects, fan games, ROM hacks, fan art, all that kind of stuff. So to hear that it's gone or that it's being taken down, it's a little disheartening. It's a little disheartening. Even when you try unconventional means of getting back in, like through some of the old Game Jam projects and stuff, it's just the URL was just not there. Now, again, I don't want to, blow this up into a bigger issue than it is. I just want to, spread the news, spread the facts, spread the awareness. But they say it in here that the forum part of the community is what's being closed down for the most part, right? So you can't really go in there, looking for fan games or ROMs the same way you used to. The Discord is still thriving. I don't have any links for anything like that, and I'm not trying to put anything like that out there in case, the Nintendo ninjas come and get me. I'm still a little low on the radar. I like to think I'm low on the hit list anyway. But don't be alarmed. This doesn't mean that fan games as a whole, they're gonna start singling people out and putting them on the chopping block or anything like that. I don't think the Pokemon community or Nintendo is that committed to assassinating their fandom. Not yet, but they are taking some strides, I will say. Between this and the whole Yuzu takedown, I would imagine they've dealt the fandom a couple of mortal blows. Now, if you're not aware of what Yuzu is actually the old Nintendo Switch emulator that got hit a while back. Maybe I think it was a month or two ago now. And the main reason I recall is that Nintendo decided to come after them after they set up their own Patreon to send some money to the people that are working on it. Not that they were paying directly for the emulators, but that's a whole other issue. It reads, "Hello users and Citra fans, we write today to inform you that Yuzu and user support of Citra are being discontinued, effective immediately. Yuzu and its teams have always been against piracy. We started the projects in good faith, out of passion for Nintendo and its consoles and games, and we're not intending to cause harm. But we see now that because our projects can circumvent Nintendo's technological protection measures and allow users to play games outside of authorized hardware, they have led to extensive piracy. In particular, we have been deeply disappointed when users have used our software to leak game content prior to its this release and ruin the experience for legitimate purchasers and fans. We have come to the decision that we cannot continue to allow this to occur. Piracy was never our intention, and we believe that piracy of video games and on-video game consoles should end. Effective today, we will be pulling our code repositories offline, discontinuing our Patreon accounts and Discord servers, and soon shutting down our websites. We hope our actions will be a small step toward ending piracy of all creators' works. Thank you for your years of support and for understanding our decision. Now, notice the wording of what they're doing and what they have to do is a little different from what was said over at Relic Castle, right? Piracy is the big issue here, but they're stopping everything, right? Pulling the code, discontinuing Patreon accounts, discontinuing Discord servers, shutting down websites. They got completely taken down. There was a big difference between, this and that, but it's a blow to the fandom yet again. Now I can kind of understand where the company is coming from with this one, right? Like with the Patreon setup, people could be making money off of Pokemon's IP in a way that isn't really appropriate or fair. It's not like they're selling t-shirts or anything. And given the whole piracy aspect of things, the game being leaked, I don't know if I blame all of the leakage on Yuzu and Citra, but I can kind of see where they're coming from there. But this one also came as a pretty big blow, because a lot of ROM hacks and stuff, people go to emulators and stuff like these so they can dump their ROMs and make difficulty hacks. I don't remember what the big ones for Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet are called, but I do know they exist. I'm not going to name drop any of them here in case the Nintendo ninjas are watching, but that's a whole other discussion. Now, getting back to what the overall point I was trying to make here is that I hate to say it, but Nintendo and the Pokemon Company as a whole just does not care about its fandom. Like, I don't believe that they do, to any extent, right? They struck down Relic Castle, which was just this hub for people to, gather, talk, discuss, and show off passion projects, because that is what a fan game is. When you take time out of your day, out of your busy schedule, your life, etc., and group up with like-minded individuals to make this, this ideal, picturesque version of this, IP or franchise or game series that you really enjoy, and you dump all of this time and effort into it and get, the backhand from Nintendo for it, it can't be a good feeling. Again, I've never had any project I worked on be, struck, and I'm not saying I am working on any projects, but I imagine that cannot be a good feeling, especially coming from this, high IP, high profile target that you've come to respect or admire, or even, grew up watching, right? I'm a pretty young person, right? So I don't know, I wasn't watching One Piece. I wasn't watching Pokemon when it first dropped, I'm kind of young on that side of the spectrum. I went back and saw some of it, but I only started watching Pokemon maybe Diamond and Pearl, Black and White era, right? But this is very disappointing to hear from the Pokemon fandom, because this felt like it was a really big blow to a lot of people. This is it's a tough pill to swallow, but that's just how Nintendo feels about us. They see a bunch of people, group up and having fun, and they simply do not agree. They just don't want that. They don't want people playing fan games when they could be, buying and playing the official games, even when the official games on release just aren't incredibly appealing. I'll say it. I played Scarlet and Violet. Part of the playthrough is up on the channel, right? And I had a pretty decent time with it. But when I stopped and hopped on the internet and saw just how many bugs and different ways to break the game there were, I was honestly pretty shocked. I didn't know the game had dropped in this super super buggy, glitchy fashion. It was like a foreign idea for me of what what a Pokemon game was, right? And I'm not gonna say that there weren't like bugs or glitches in like Diamond and Pearl or, you know, Red and Blue. Those games came out like years and years and years ago, you know? And even then they weren't like this crazy. At least to me they weren't, you know? The only bug or glitch I think I might have ever come across in Scarlet and Violet is the one where if you know, jump with Crydon or Miraidon, sometimes they will just be like forever falling. Even like once you hit the ground, you'll just still be like falling. And even then it was a quick fix because the game would just kind of like reload you somewhere else. But it's like I'm not gonna lie, like Scarlet and Violet was just very whatever on release. So it's like, why wouldn't I invest my time in, you know, like a fan game that, you know, doesn't have all of those problems, because they again, it's a passion project. They like, you know, working on stuff like this and wanna try to add their own little small piece into the greater Pokemon fandom. Why wouldn't I, you know, like show them some support, you know, like try out their little project. Like how much, like y'all, like the Pokemon community's already got my money, right? Like I already bought Scarlet and Violet and then paid more money for the DLC, and the DLC is a whole other can of worms. I'm not even going to try to get into why Pokemon DLC feels weird, but suffice to say, the Pokemon community was wounded. Relic Castle going down. It sucks, but it's not the end. I don't think this is gonna, you know, stop people from making fan games or stop them from making ROM hacks, or, you know, stop them from going out and buying like the next Pokemon game when it comes out. Legends ZA. I'm sure it'll be great. Whether or not I'm gonna be there to play it is yet to be determined, but I'm sure it'll be fine because, you know, this is just what Pokemon does. But the only thing Pokemon really cares about at the end of the day is this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And you know what this is? This is them getting you to spend your money on them. That's all it is at the end of the day. That is truly it. That is all the Pokemon community is in the eyes of Nintendo and Pokemon as a whole. Just more and more ways to milk you of your money until you've all sapped up so they can move on to the next batch of people so they can milk them of all of their money. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have like the price of gaming has gone up, and that extra $10 is hitting different. So when next year Legends ZA hits the market and they've got that $70 price tag on it, they better be showing me something worth $70, because like right now I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's not looking good for Pokemon to me right now. I am deeply disappointed in Pokemon as a whole. Even with Scarlet and Violet, they promise, you know, innovation and all of this, and they show how all the Pokemon models and stuff are you know, so much cleaner and nicer than they were in Sword and Shield, but performance wise it's like, do I really want to spend, you know, $70 on another game like this and then have to pay for DLC on top of it? Do I want to spend like, do I really want to cross that threshold and drop $100+ on Pokemon? Gotta say again, striking down Relic Castle now, especially in the year where we don't have any Pokemon game, is it just seems like a weird move for Pokemon to make, because, you know, sure, they might drop a trailer in like the summer or whatever for Legends EA to build up, you know, more blind hype and blind faith, because, you know, Mega Evolution EA. But I gotta say, I'm not impressed. For this to be the year where they don't release a game and then they spit in our face, it's like, gotta say, it's not a great time to be a Pokemon fan. Not at all. So I just hope you guys think about this the next time you go out and get some Pokemon merch, because I'm kind of over it. I am kind of over it. Let me know how you guys feel down in the comment section below. Again, like, if there's any details I missed, let's discuss it, you know, down in the comment section. Maybe I'll make another video. But that's going to do it for today's video. Again, if you like this content, remember to like, comment, subscribe even. We can talk about more, you know, news stuff. I was kind of hoping to do more news-based content in 2024, which sucks because Pokemon dropped Legend ZA and then ghosted us. And now we're doing this. Not a great time to be a Pokemon fan. I don't know what else to say. Anyways, this has been Kuzo Games, signing off.